Welcome back to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Today we will find what is good and what is hidden. I hope you're well and staying blessed, enjoying life wherever you are. This is the Sagittarius season read for my fire signs. If you do have Sagittarius Sun, happy birthday. Enjoy your read. If you do have Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries highly aspected, this read is likely for you. If it does not resonate with you, go ahead and check out your other signs. I hope you're having a beautiful season. Hope you're enjoying the fire sign season. Sorry we're a little tardy for the read, but hope you're enjoying life nonetheless. We'll be using Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I've already shuffled and prayed. So, my fire signs, I hope you're enjoying life, and I hope this read brings us some beautiful news. Fair? If you'd like to book with me after this read, please email me in the description box below and we can connect on a reading. Please like, share, subscribe. It does help my channel to grow. All right. Again, welcome to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Let's find out what's good and what is hidden. All right, my beautiful fire signs. We have some cards already fallen out, so I'm going to go ahead and pull those. You do have, the first row will be your recent past, the second row will be your current energy, the third row will be your future, and we will grab a couple clarifying cards for the very end of the read as well. So, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy my content. Again, if you do like the content, go ahead and give me a like or share my stuff. It does help my channel to grow. It does, of course, enable me to give you more content, which I, of course, enjoy. Oh, we love that you just got a double 10. Yeah, that's good news, fire signs. This is good. Yeah, this is going to be good. We've got 2 pages in reverse for your read as well, which is interesting. For your recent past, you do have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the 10 of Wands, and the Fool in reverse. For your current energy, for Sagittarius season, or whenever you watch this, because I do like to make the comment that they can be timeless. If you've been pulled to watch a read, I personally watch reads that I feel pulled to watch. So if you feel pulled to watch that at a later date, just apply the time as future, current, past, current, future. Okay. But ultimately, this would be Scorpio season, and if it's on time for you, and this would be Sagittarius season, and this would be going into Capricorn season, if it's on point, right? So it's just going to vary for everybody. So I feel like this is good news for you guys, that you have such like beautiful cards. 2 major arcana. All right, so we do have, I'm going to leave it. Okay. We're going to leave this single clarifying card for the read. Oh my, a little bit further up, my bad. And then if I feel like pulled to, or if I feel called to pull more cards after we do your full read, we will grab another clarifying card or 2. But if not, we'll leave it where it is. Okay. So, on my channel, the bottom of the deck does hold the overall energy for your read. It's the theme of the story for your Sagittarius season experience in the 3rd dimension. So, your Ace of Pentacles is opportunity, prosperity, new venture. Experiencing some form of money gift or money opportunity during Sagittarius season. This is something that is earned. It's something that you have worked towards, that you deserve. It's something that is very positive. It is a gift from the universe. It's a gift from like whatever you believe in, I like to say. Whatever guides or whatever like spiritual guides that you have, whatever god or gods you worship, whatever pantheon or again, God, if you, whatever you worship, it doesn't matter, but it's a gift from that being, deity, etc., group, whatever, that is earned and very much due to you, right? So, moving forward with your beautiful Sagittarius season read, I'm just going to double check the layout of our signs. Sorry about my shadow. Okay, I'm done. All right. So, in your recent past, you do have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I like how the fire is crackling right now. If you can hear the candle, it's crackling. The Page of, I don't know if you can because I have the mic on my person. That might just be for me, but it's definitely crackling. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's lack of commitment, greed, and laziness. In the past, you potentially exhibited those behaviors. The Ten of Wands is accomplishment, burden, responsibility. Whatever you have created in your life that is your responsibility, your efforts are due to it, right? You owe that, whatever this is, regardless of what it is in your life, right? Whatever dimension in your life that it is, whether it's a relationship, a pet, a child, a job, or a list of those things, right? It's some form of, not necessarily, I'm not trying to call anything in your life a burden, but it's something that is that you are responsible for, that you must carry, no matter how hard your life is, with the Ten of Wands. You do have the Fool in reverse for your final card for the recent past. Being naive, potentially taken advantage of, and also reckless. This is the recent past, okay? So, in your recent past, I can't really necessarily warn you, but I would say that if the opportunity was given to you in the recent past, with whatever this is, like in terms of a money opportunity during Scorpio season, maybe you did not use it efficiently, or it didn't, like when it came in, you might have been a little greedier than you should have, and not maybe been a little, unfortunately, reckless in terms of how you handle certain responsibilities. You might have been viewed by others or yourself as being a little bit, just having a lack of commitment to your responsibilities, and also being a little bit like greedy and lazy. I am so sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's there. So if this doesn't resonate, then it doesn't resonate, right? It's there. So there's still a new opportunity coming in, though, right? So like if you're being taken advantage of, or you're not working with a third partner or something like that, or you simply need to cut off certain like burdens, like you need to make certain decisions to cut certain things off that are causing you to be like lazy, or greedy or selfish, because it's not going to benefit others in the future and yourself. It's going to benefit no one. It will be viewed as opportunity squandered. So we're going with that storyline. We're going to go with a single storyline for this read. I hope you enjoy it. So fire signs, in your current energy, the Two of Swords is always a very like a decision in which you never have all of the information, but you still have to make a decision. Okay, it's not something you can wait on. It doesn't matter that because it's difficult choices and decision and stalemate, it means no matter what, you do have to make some form of a decision. Whether you make change or go the same route, I mean, I always suggest change, but you need to make some sort of a decision to cut certain things or people or attitudes or behaviors out of your life, so that you can create more opportunities for your actual inner happiness with the Ten of Cups. Okay, the Ten of Cups is one of the best cards in the deck. It literally represents inner happiness, true fulfillment, dreams coming true. It's everything you want in terms of that. I like to call it that therapeutic photo in your head, the mental picture that most people have of everything that matters in their life. This is that card. It's emotional contentment, real true dreams coming true, everything you could have ever wanted. That is the Ten of Cups, being fulfilled. So there is something about making a blindfold decision so that you can be truly fulfilled. With the Page of Wands in reverse, being lack of direction, procrastination, and potentially conflict, you might be having issues with making that blindfolded decision. And ultimately, this would be my advice, is like, even it, sometimes you have to decide what is that dream, right? And what is worth keeping and what isn't. And with this, also remember, we talked about this double 10, that is completion. That's the cycle has come to complete end. You can decide to repeat the loop, or you can decide to create change. It's really up to you. And like, whatever you view as like true inner happiness, and figuring out a way, I would say, in terms of advice, to take on whatever this new opportunity is so that you can create inner happiness. In your current energy during Scorpio season, with whatever it is, there could be like a lack of direction you're feeling towards creating that. And you could be experiencing high levels of procrastination, which is creating conflict for you and those around you, because it's making you seem kind of indecisive about something that, like, maybe you're very decided, right? But you're not being honest with others, or you're not actually being decisive. And so, like, you're being very indecisive and you don't know what you want. And you are like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to split into two stories here, but if you don't know what this is, that would be the two different stories. If you don't know what your Ten of Cups is, then you might be experiencing a lot of procrastination and also a lot of conflict, because you don't know what to cut off, because you're not really sure what this is. And if that is the case, for everyone, I suggest therapy, and also meditation, and like self-reflection time, whether you need to journal or just be alone, like actually alone, but you need to let your thoughts rule you for a little bit, and work things out mentally, because if you do not know what this is, then you're inevitably going to be someone that is perceived as what we talked about earlier, because you're kind of going in a loop where you're being kind of like indecisive, and procrastinating all major decisions, and you're making it become like burdensome because you're not being decisive with other people. So like, they're having a hard time being your partner or planning with you or whatever, because you're kind of being almost greedy and selfish with the responsibilities, because you're not like you're stuck in that loop. Like, you don't want it to end, but you might. You don't really know, which is to the other person very much like you just don't care, right? If it's a relationship, if it's a job, same thing. If it's a pet or a child, same thing. Okay, I'm not trying to be brutal with you, but this already came up. So if you have whatever your responsibilities are, whatever you might view as a burden, but it is still your responsibility that you picked up, it's something that you felt in the past would bring you fulfillment, likely. So now maybe it doesn't feel like that, and so it's creating conflict or something. But either you know or you don't know. We're going to move forward. You either know or you don't know what your Ten of Cups is. And ultimately, the cards are advising you to stop procrastinating and to make a clear-cut decision and just go with it. And I advise the part where you sit down and try to figure out what is best for you if you're having a hard time with this part, so that you no longer procrastinate. Whatever will make you happiest. I mean, as long as it's not hurting others. Unfortunately, you have to do what's best for you sometimes, even if it's not best for others. And you need to come up with a plan so that you understand what this is, so that you're not squandering energy and time, because you only have so much time here, and it's straight up naive to not think of time as, when you're a human, you know, like, we die. I'm not trying to be super metal, but like, we die. It is naive to pretend like you have forever. So you must live in the now. You must understand what fulfills you so that you can make clear-cut decisions, so that you can take new opportunities by storm rather than procrastinating because you're like, oh, but I have this and this to do, so I'm going to wait. When the universe is saying, do this now, like, this is the time for the opportunity, right? I'm sorry if you're not struggling with that. If that's not, I feel like that must be a big thing for all of you, though. Which is, it's interesting, but it's also a very, I know I said this was timeless, but this is what a lot of people are going to be going through at the end of 2025. You're going to be making decisions to end ruts and to create fulfillment in your life. Most people will be doing that. So I feel like most of you probably are. I know I said 2 different groups. So if you know what brings you fulfillment, then you need to stop procrastinating and you need to make the decision. If you don't know, you need to go within and figure it out. Okay, moving forward. You have the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups as your future, which I find this very positive. Okay, fire signs. Not only do you have, like, the Emperor is the king of all kings, right? Which is excellent. He's the leader. He's the action card, the overcome card. He represents true authority, ambition, structure, being very rationally minded, right? The Emperor is a very good card for where we're going, because it means that you are shaking this procrastination, this inability to move forward in ways that you should, off. And you're saying, okay, I did the work. I know what I want. Whether this is an Aries or not, Aries could be significance, of significance. I know this is also the fire sign read, obviously. But this card typically represents Aries. And it also very much represents overcoming any type of challenge with, like, action. Not just considering it mentally, but fully having the plan and moving forward. And then the Knight of Pentacles is a really beautiful energy because it's being efficient with this plan, becoming very responsible and hardworking with your efforts, because you're recognizing where you might have been a little bit I'm not trying to be mean, but laziness came up earlier. So where you need to be more efficient, not lazy, but more efficient, right? Where you need to manage your time better, okay? Instead of doom scrolling, where you can get better hits of dopamine, right? Where you can find happiness in ways that it's productive and makes you money. This is something very big in the future for Capricorn season, which I love, because of course, it's Earth. Capricorn's Earth. So it's just neat that you're really focused on that, not only at the end of the year, at the end of the snake year, but in entering into the horse. But it's just like very straightforward that you're going to be efficient and leading in a way that, with this King of Cups, that creates true emotional contentment, okay? Fulfillment, which is big for everyone. You deserve that. Everyone deserves that. When you're fulfilled, you're a better leader to everyone. You're a better parent. You're a better partner, better business owner, better leader in general in society, better everything. So, love it. And with the King of Cups, by definition, being emotional control and the balance between head and heart. Heart and head, sorry. I like to make sure that I say heart and head, because he is the king of water. He does represent emotion, not logic. So he does represent having power over emotion in terms of like a definite elemental power. But because he also represents being able to think, heart heavy, of course, but also with the brain, he represents a king that is able to put fulfillment forward in a very quick manner, because he understands, I mean, with where you're going, he's doubling down on this energy to overcome, because you're focused and full on how to fulfill yourself and others, and what your responsibilities are, so that you can create your own emotional efficiency as well. It sounds silly, but it's true. You want to be able to be emotionally fulfilled so that you can not procrastinate and get stuck in loops where you're just upset about things and not able to move forward. You have to kind of do the work. If you're struggling with trauma or past stuff or whatever, you have to kind of overcome some of these things to move forward. Or if you had, like recent trauma, not past trauma, but maybe recent deaths or recent experiences that were really awakening to you, right? You're overcoming these in a really efficient manner. You're learning how to lead yourself and others in a really efficient manner, because you're recognizing what fulfills you and what doesn't, and how to kind of put yourself first so that you have a filled cup, so that you can then also help others around you. So you're not just kind of stagnant, but you're able to always lead, and rather than seem like you're going to be procrastinating every time something comes up, you then become the leader that people literally lean on and respect and view as a someone of authority, because you're trusted, right? So if that's an issue for you, or in your relationship, that's something that you'll be overcoming during Capricorn season. Or again, if this is timeless, put it where it fits. But I'm going to grab your clarifying card to see. Okay, we've got the 9 of Wands for your clarifying card for your read. This is resilience. It's grit. It's taking a last stand. It's being focused on whatever is needed, whatever you want to create, whatever you need to fix, so that your 10 of Cups is real. And like, by real, I mean in the current reality, right? You're focused on putting that effort in there so that you have full control. You got the Justice card and the High Priestess for your extra clarifying cards. I like that they fell out, that you got 2 extra rather than 1, and that you got 2 major arcanas. I also like that. A Pisces could be of significance. A Libra could be of significance. Okay, layout's good. So with Justice and the High Priestess, I really like this. Not only are you taking a last stand, not only are you putting grit in, the effort, right? Regardless of how hard it is, you're able to push forward. With the Justice card, it is the card of cause and effect, right? It is recognizing where, it is recognizing where your efforts come into, like how your efforts come in terms of everything, where, like, literally where your procrastination puts you back, how, why, putting in effort where you should, becoming very intuitive about it, being very clear-minded about why, in terms of like your inner knowing it starts to become like a loud voice of like, you need to be more persistent this way rather than that way because it will benefit you, and why. Justice is truth, fairness, law, clarity, cause and effect. The High Priestess is inner voice, intuition, divine truth, wisdom, and the unconscious, right? Yeah, so this, for this read, you're being very, you're being told, I mean, to focus on putting your efforts in where you can apply yourself, where you can lead others by being a leader, not a boss, where you can be efficient, how you can put your efforts in, and why. Learning the lessons in terms of like what you might have not been necessarily leading on, where you should have been leading. Yeah, there's that's all here, and it's I mean, you will overcome the challenges. You will be a better leader and be more efficient to those that you love and your responsibilities, because you're going to stop procrastinating, right? You're going to put your efforts in where you need to, because you're recognizing where you're not putting in whole efforts and why. Okay, fair signs. I hope you liked the read. I feel like it was way more positive than your Scorpio season read. Yay! All right, I hope you like my content. Go ahead and check out my other reads. Please book with me if you're interested. And also, if you are bored, check out the pick a card reads. They're kind of older, but they are absolutely timeless. They are not attached to astrology in any way, shape, or form. So if you are interested, check those out on my channel, The Sun and Moon Tarot. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the read. Love y'all. Bye.